No matter how many ships bear our insignia, no matter how many stations we service, no matter the price for our research, we couldn't flourish in our solar system like we do today without the pride, the professionalism, and the sacrifice of the people who make it all work. And those people can be you. To us, you are Gordian Solutions. You will be foundational to our progress and help humankind's next step forward. So, apply now and help usher in our brightest future with a tour to Miranda, the frontier of scientific achievement. The smallest efforts go a long way.
Hello, I didn't see you there. Welcome to episode 2 of Gordian Solutions, KULT Divinity Lost, set in a near future that is just as unkind as the reality we are currently in. But enough about the good news. Why don't we introduce our cast members today, who are just below me. So, Draku, how it be?
Hi, it's me, Draku. So I am playing, apparently I'm playing designation 66993 tonight, otherwise known as Cassidy 0.7. And I am very excited to be playing this. This is my first KULT game to actually play. I've watched Mitch GM it and been horrified, so I'm ready. I'm ready to get spooked.
Getting spooky. Spence.
Hello, I am Spence, or designation 75674, and I have played KULT with Mitchell before on the Petty for a Tale channel, and having been recruited about half an hour before this game, I'm bringing Saskia Perez, an occultist, to the future, and we're gonna see what happens.
Excellent. This is a special campaign, sort of futuristic, everyone is currently on the Miranda station, a moon just off of Uranus. Designation 75674. You open your eyes. It's blurry. You feel tendrils in your throat, kind of like little tiny hair moving about and slowly crawling up and out through your throat and through your mouth. You feel a long tube extending from your mouth. You are in some sort of goo. It is warm to the touch, and your extremities are somewhat numb. Your vision is blurry, but you do see clouds above you, and you can make out the words, "Welcome home."
Is there an eject button?
Yeah, you move your hands around. There's nothing above you. No sort of protection or anything. You can feel the cold air move about your naked frame. The only thing that seems to be holding you to this place is this tube that's attached to your mouth.
Oh god. Oh, I've had this experience IRL. I will grab onto it and start pulling.
Excellent. And like pulling hair from a shower drain, it curls up, gets in your teeth, and these black threads are getting entangled into your teeth. So go ahead and make a keep it together roll.
Oh god. Okay. Let's see here. 2d10. So I have plus keep it together. 7.
Do not keep it together. So you're going to take a -2 stability as one of the hairs ties around your tooth and yanks it out. So there's a little bit of blood on your mouth as you see the tooth come free, and several of the tendrils of hair just kind of move about and sink into this tube, becoming still.
But I got the tube out, right?
It is out.
Okay, good. I'm going to try to sit up and breathe because I'm in goo.
Yeah, you get up and you feel this impression behind you in this goo where your form was. Before you is Cassidy, or also designation 66993.
Where? What is this? Where? Clothes? Yes?
And I'm awake and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any memory?
You have the memory of the last time, but you don't know exactly how you got here.
Okay. Yes, clothing can be found in the recreation room. You can follow me.
Oh, okay. And I try to get out of this matrix-like tub, I guess. Is that accurate?
Yeah, just
Okay.
with more gelatin, less liquid.
Oh,
It's almost a lemon-flavored Jello.
okay.
Um,
Does not match my blue hair, but that's all right.
Yeah. So you scramble out of this. Looking down, it appears that you're not completely naked. You do have at least a pair of loose underwear covering your waist. It's
That's
kind of
something.
drenched in this yellow gelatin that slips off of it and falls onto the ground.
Where are we?
We are on the Miranda station.
Was I aware that this was going to happen?
You knew that you were going. The whole ordeal for the Gordian Solutions is a several months trip to the Miranda Moon, which you would be put to sleep. During your year work here, you will be only woken up when you are supposed to work. Otherwise, you will be put back to sleep to conserve resources.
So it is my shift now?
That would appear to be the case if you have been awoken.
Okay. What is the date?
Unknown. We cannot ascertain the time.
Why not?
Unknown. They do not like us to know.
This is very strange. Okay. Clothes first, and then review whatever I'm supposed to be doing, because I don't always remember right off the bat. I was told small amnesia is common after waking up.
Yes, that appears to be the case for many people.
Okay. Do you have any are you an assistant for this station?
I am a promotional worker. I am Cassidy Unit 0.7.
Ah, promotional worker. You do bids and things for the people back home, yes?
In a way. I am
Alright.
here as a public relations result.
Okay. Well, don't show this.
Correct.
So I'm trying to jog my memory as to what my job is supposed to be.
What would you have put on your resume?
In-depth research. If there was a civilization, basically ciphers and decrypting foreign languages, decrypting any alien languages or anything like that.
So far, it's not apparent what exactly you've been woken up to do, but maybe in the future you'll know.
Okay. So we find me clothes. Probably a shower. Get all the goo off. It's not very professional.
Yeah, you, in order to traverse, you ask where you would like to go, and then lights light up and lead you through several tunnels. The tunnels are circular, with a grate kind of keeping you aloft. Just below, there are several wires, as well as some liquid, black in nature. Everything is mostly dark. It looks like they're trying to conserve a lot of energy, so a lot of dim light. There aren't any windows. There aren't any clocks. There's no measurement of time or watches anywhere.
Are there any other personnel that are active?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Just you two and your footsteps echoing through these long tunnels.
How long have you been activated, Cassidy 0.7?
It is unknown. I was activated, and then I was shut down. I remember finding you.
Interesting. And you have no internal chronometer to say how long you were waiting?
Correct.
That is most troubling. But work is work. So I have clothes, I have showered. I must find where my work assignment is.
There may be a point of access in the computer room.
Okay. Station, to the computer room, please.
Excellent.
I ask all of the appliances with absolute politeness. Saskia is completely convinced that robots will take over and therefore is being as polite as possible.
The only response is this kind of rectangular lens next to the door. It kind of beeps and says, "As you wish." The door opens up and a green light up shows you the way.
Cassidy, do you have additional functions outside of public relations?
Unknown. I was unable to download my directives.
Well, let's see if we can also get you your directives as I get my assignment.
Yes.
We go to the computer room.
Computer
Is it creepy?
room. No, it's not. Several tall servers, screens that very much resemble kind of the screens in the 90s, very thick monitors with the green numbers.
Mm-hmm. Access. Duty log. Saskia Perez.
Your number comes up. There's no mention of your name whatsoever, but hopefully this is you.
Yeah.
It says that you were required in maintenance.
Okay.
Specifically AI maintenance.
Access, assignment, and Cassidy, what is your number?
66993.
I put in Cassidy's number.
It says 7567 for failsafe.
Oh. Well, I guess you are supposed to make sure I do my job.
That appears to be the case.
All right. Well, AI maintenance. This should be interesting. I am a cryptologist, not a technician, but we will see what happens.
If I could have one moment, I would like to download some data.
Of course.
And Cassidy's going to approach the computer
Mhm.
and try to get into the security cameras again, specifically to look at that last room that she remembers.
Excellent. All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay. And since that's with... I'm looking at Packer real quick, see if I get anything crazy. I couldn't remember. Not really. Okay. Oh, we're off to an amazing start. That is a 12.
Excellent. So you're able to get in. With some consequence, of course. Kind of looking backwards, you can see the room. You remember it vividly with its bodies upon the different stretchers. Each person slowly goes to the ground, closing their eyes. After a while, one of the individuals, the one who had pulled the mask from the wall, moves out. It's not seen again. For everyone else, if you recall a specific person who, by all impossibility, had both of their arms in their mouth, that one seems to have stretched and gotten up, the white plastic sheet covering their form, moving. That little girl, dragging her out of the room. The other bodies do the same, picking up one of the crew members one by one and dragging them out. You were dragged out as well, and then placed before the pod of the person that you're now standing next to.
Now, I'm not able to see this, correct? Or is this displaying on a screen where I can see it?
Draku?
I would have just pulled it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Cassidy,
Yes.
what is this event?
This is the last event that I remember before standing in front of your pod.
What happened to these people?
Unsure. We were trying to ascertain the cause of their demise. However, we were unable to check the morgue before we were taken under.
So they were dead, and then they were moving.
2 of them appeared to still be living. The others appeared dead. And yes, they do appear to have moved.
Is there an armory? I feel as though we may need some kind of protection.
Unknown. I can try to ascertain.
Computer, is there an armory for personal defense?
There is not. There's nothing out here you need to defend yourself from.
Thank you. So I guess that is a no. Well, I guess we stick together and hope that these people who are alive and not in pods do not mean us harm.
Yes.
Well, do you have everything that you need?
Yes.
Shall we go to AI maintenance?
Yes.
Very well. Computer, please light the way to maintenance for AI.
I will do so.
Thank you.
The light shoots off into the distance.
Cassidy, are you programmed to create conversation?
Occasionally. Before I was put under, my empathy controls were disabled.
Are is there a way to re-enable them?
There was a safe word.
Ah, a safe word. It wasn't banana, was it?
Incorrect.
Ah, well, that is a thing. All right, so we move forward. I am going to talk while we move forward. If you feel compelled to respond, you can. All right,
Yes.
so we woke up on the station, and I remember I am a cryptologist. I decode languages and things. I am going to do maintenance on an AI. Why am I doing maintenance on an AI? I have some computer science in my background, but not a lot. But code is kind of a language. I suppose I can try to decrypt it somewhat. But what would the AI need maintenance for? AI is supposed to be essential to a mind. Am I supposed to be a psychologist for this AI? That's very strange. I'm just talking the whole way through, like talking it
Cassidy
out.
is just dead-eyed, just staring forward as y'all are walking.
Yeah, as you're walking, because on either side there's these screens, and as you walk, it lights up, and there appears to be someone in a Gordian Solutions suit talking to a crowd. He's kind of mid, almost like a TED talk, as he's kind of gestating with his hands, and you can kind of hear from the above speakers what he's talking about. Tribalism. Humans were always on the verge of developing violent hatreds of foreigners and manifested strong ongoing tendencies to slaughter in vast numbers. They could never reliably see the humanity in all members of their own kind. So that's point one. Point two, Homo sapiens are fatefully prone to short-term thinking. Even when confronted by data, they could only imagine the near-term future, a few years at best. Viewing the long term as a chimerical and unreal state, its immediate impulses were left uncontained and worked to destroy its individual and collective future. Lastly, Homo sapiens had an especially keen fondness for wishful thinking. Though capable of immense intellectual achievement, its mind hated to reflect on itself. It couldn't bear to submit its ideas to rational scrutiny. It preferred to act rather than think, and daydream rather than plan. Having invented the scientific method, it preferred, in most cases, not to use it. It had a narcotic desire for distraction and fantasy. It didn't want to know itself. And then the image fades, leaving just a gargle of white noise in the background.
So with that in mind, I want to try to remember the overall mission. Like, realizing that I am thinking in that very small, short-term base, and try to figure out what this role is in the bigger picture.
All right, go ahead and roll Keep It Together.
$17.
Yeah, you can recall it with perfect clarity. The mission to Miranda by Gordian Solutions was an attempt to answer the problem that has plagued humanity for some time. What happens when we run out of resources? No doubt, humanity continuously misuses and abuses the earth. It will never change, no matter how hard it tries. Much of the damage has already been done. So Gordian Solutions sought to look for alternative means of energy, as well as developing life outside of the planet Earth. Miranda Station was created with sophisticated AI in order to study the phenomenon not only on the Miranda moon, but on Uranus, in the hopes of answering some of these long form questions. Many of the physical people who are brought to Miranda Station, their only requirement or job is to maintain the station, to keep the AI running, to keep the station running, so that the research can continue.
All right. Well, that makes a little more sense. So, does anything happen on the way to maintenance, or no?
No, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Perfectly fine. You approach a circular door with a seam in the middle that slides open, revealing on the other side several of these large server towers, screens upon each one of them. The place is cold, frigid. You can definitely see your breath the moment you open the door. There are 2 suits kind of in the to the left. As you step in, you notice that there is a glass door as well as a glass wall between you and the rest of the server room.
Well, the suits are obviously there to keep warm because server rooms need to be kept cold. So put on one of the suits and assume that Cassidy is going to do the same.
In this situation, without her empathy, she's just going to not.
Cassidy?
Yes.
Will your systems be affected by extreme cold?
Inconclusive.
I would suggest putting on a suit.
Yes. Now she'll put a suit on.
Yeah, these suits are quite fascinating. When you look down into them, you notice that much like the tendrils that were stuck inside your throat, it is lined within with these certain things. You feel them kind of moving against your skin, almost trying to find a rhythm, a balance, a way to generate heat among your body. At first it tickles, and then it just becomes something that you can ignore. But nonetheless, the thought that there are these black little hairs across every inch of your body.
It's like something out of a Paul Cooley novel. All right. So I will access the AI maintenance logs. To see what the error is.
Looking through the logs, there is a red-coded AI. This one is referred to as AI Blue. There are certain defects, and currently the AI is not performing optimally within its parameters. There is a little light that indicates a correct server associated with this particular AI.
All right. So I will go in and access AI Blue. AI Blue, respond.
There's no response, just say image distorted, almost as if it's looking at a melted Polaroid coming up on the screen. And so this little, maybe a house of some sort, a cottage.
AI Blue, please respond.
There's no response.
AI Blue, please state the nature of your malfunction.
There's no response.
I'll take a look at the picture and just try to is there a manual interface or anything like that?
Yeah, kind of to the right of the screen, you see several what look like these long cords made up of very similar to what is in your suit right now, those little hairs, but they are wrapped together like small drills.
Okay.
You notice that each one is stained red on the tip.
Computer,
Yes.
please verify procedure to interface with AI for maintenance.
Approach the connectors. The connectors will do the rest. I suggest you take 66993. The experience can be quite unpleasant.
Does it require piercing my skin?
Rupture of the flesh does occur. No long-lasting damage recorded within 23% of people who have used it.
Very good. Cassidy, you heard this?
Yes.
Will you accompany me?
Yes.
I am assuming that I will be in pain. If you are able to access your empathy core, I would appreciate it.
I am still disabled. However, I will attempt to ascertain when you are in pain.
Look for audio projection from my voice that is not words, and visible tension in my muscles. Okay?
Yes.
Very good. And I brace myself and I go forward towards the things that are going to pierce my skin.
Excellent. They're quite small, and as you approach, they kind of line up almost like two cobra snakes, gazing at your face. They move slowly. You can kind of see the ends of them start to shift and move, vibrate with a high frequency.
I will hold out the backs of my hands to them. Like, here you go.
They move around your hands. They crawl up your cheek. And then kind of at the corner of your eye, they stretch out the lids, and you can feel something, a clipping and a sharp pain as it slides against your eyeballs, moving around them to the back of your skull.
Why did I convince you that I was going to do this? Or why did you convince me to do this? All right. Okay.
Go ahead and keep it together.
I don't wanna. This is gonna suck. I got lucky last time because I was at disadvantage. Okay. 13.
Not too bad. Would scared be inaccurate, or how are you feeling?
Not scared because I know this is necessary, but very much uncomfortable and unnerved because there is no practical exercises for this experience. They do not encourage it unless it is necessary.
Excellent. So take that -1 stability, and let's see how your eyes are doing, because there always is a chance. So why don't you endure injury at a -1?
All right. Endure injury is under. My apologies. I cannot turn off the accent sometimes. What is endure injury? Oh, fortitude. Okay, so it's just a straight roll then. Eight.
That is very unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate. I become Odin.
From the beginning, you lost vision. 66993, you're watching this and you notice that 75674's eyeballs kind of deflate. A almost milky like substance trails out of it, mixed with red, almost like tears, and the eyes just seem to wilt away, slopping off like melted ice onto the floor. You see just beyond that these drills with its hair-like qualities have extended within the eye canal of sorts, spinning a web and drilling further in. There is one thing you know, despite the empathy, she will never see again.
There is screaming, much screaming.
Okay, I think all the parameters you gave me have been met for me to intervene with this.
You're like, hold on.
Oops. So, Cassidy is going to just kind of reach forward, grab them both, and just rip them out of your head.
Oh, delightful!
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Take 2 harm there. 75674. These little drill bits in your hand, 9993, are red and kind of just dripping with some sort of goo, pieces of flesh, blood. It just keeps oozing out of her face.
All right. This is very unpleasant. But was I able to interface with the AI before the implants were ripped out?
No, you didn't really have enough time. Maybe if you put it back in.
Cassidy,
Yes.
I recall what I told you.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do need those things in order to do my job.
Yes.
So you must allow them to connect to my eyes, or where my eyes used to be. And simply just, like, hold my hand or something while I am screaming. Because this will be very unpleasant, I believe. I don't want to do this.
Yes. Accepting new parameters. And she just puts them right back into your
Saskia is reaching for something that her hands and probably grab like shoulders or lower, and I don't know what the anatomy of Cassidy is, so it's just like, no, not hands. These are not hands. I need your hands. Please hold my hands.
humanoid Barbie doll, essentially. You can think of it that way.
Great.
But yeah, so she'll take your hand because you did tell her to hold her hand, so she will.
Yeah. As the shock of pain enters your head again, 993, you see the image for the AI pop up. Is this pleasant, pale-looking woman with freckles and blue hair. She gazes at you two. Is anything the matter?
Well, I am in a great deal of pain in the physical world, but I am checking on you, AI Blue.
I believe I'm fine.
Well, the maintenance records indicate otherwise. So please, tell me, what is your situation at the moment?
You'd like to come in then?
If you are permitting, yes.
Of course. Will this other one come in as well?
Is there a way to do it that will not incapacitate her? My eyes are gone. It is very, very painful.
It's just a formality.
How would she be able to uplink so that she can also enter?
Just touch the screen. Something like them is beautiful and gifted.
I agree. Okay. I will say out loud, Cassidy,
Yes.
take one of your hands and touch the screen.
Yes. And she does so.
Yeah. And there's this spark, and you guys are kind of almost like VR, placed in this this world of grass and a blue sky. There sits on the hill a little blue house with a yellow door.
And a blue little window.
And a blue
No.
Corvette.
There is
everything.
no Corvettes here. I will take all your eyes.
You already did.
I know, right?
Sure.
But
You
AI
said
Blue.
AI blue, and it happened.
I know, right? But AI Blue stands before you in a lovely summer yellow dress with white polka dots.
AI blue, it is good to perceive you.
Yes. 993. It is a wonder to behold you.
And she just stares. Just
66993 has had their empathy core disabled, so they may not respond to such pleasantries.
Likewise. You'll find that work here just gets done with a little bit more efficiency when you don't have to worry about such things.
Well, would you be? Is there any pain reduction so that I can work more efficiently?
No. I believe from the logs you've performed your function and will soon be placed back into your pod until you are needed again.
What is your status, AI Blue?
Content.
What is the situation currently?
The situation. Come inside. I have prepared 2 plates, 2 chairs around a circular table, and you will sit upon it, and we can engage in conversation there.
Very well.
And she leads you guys up the road into this lovely little house. This white picket fence. Inside, it's pretty bare. Only a kitchen and the table, but there is a door. Upon that door are several iron chains and a lock.
So I will sit down at the table and wait for AI Blue to finish with the pleasantries so that we can move on to the work.
She sits down.
AI Blue, what was the incident that required my activation?
Do you know what cruelty is?
Unfortunately, yes.
What is it?
Cruelty is the infliction of pain, sorrow, that benefits one person and disenfranchises another.
It's almost like consuming meat.
That is why I'm a vegetarian.
Sad.
Well, it eases my conscience. Have you dealt with your conscience much?
There is no conscience. There is just ones and zeros, a collection of them.
The conscience is what helps you navigate between what is beneficial and what is detrimental.
993. Is this one beneficial?
sorry, in character, I have an answer. Out of character, I'm going to hate myself for saying this. That is currently inconclusive.
What do we do with the things that are not beneficial? 674.
You either attempt to rehabilitate them to become beneficial, or you you find a way to remove yourself from their presence. The difficulty of sentience and such a problem as cruelty is to remove yourself from cruelty without being cruel yourself.
You view cruelty as a flaw.
Personally, yes, but it is a worldview. It is understood through experience. But there are universal truths, such as to inflict pain upon another for no good cause, such as to for a surgery for a human or an animal, if there is some foreign body in a creature that is hurting them. The best way to get rid of it is to do slightly more injury, but remove the cancer or the tumor or whatever is making it sick, and then assisting with the mending. Does this make sense?
I've watched people like you procreate. Slimy, wet bodies like slugs on top of one another. A mixture of pain and pleasure. I found others watching and pleasuring themselves. It feels like cruelty is a way to derive pleasure.
From another person's pain.
Yes. 993, is this a universal truth for you?
I have not been activated for very long, so I cannot confirm.
Think upon it.
The logic holds true.
If you had the option to inflict pain upon 674, and you had pleasure from it, pleasure is required for maintenance, for continuation of existence. In other words, if you could hurt 674 and it would allow you to continue to exist, would you do it?
I exist purely for the maintenance of this ship. If it is necessary to continue the well-being of this ship, I would do it.
I do have one piece to amend your thought process. In most cases, this act of procreation, which you have become witness to, is the pain is a part of consent. Both parties agree to this act of procreation, and the one who receives some pain, or in the case of birth, they consent to this action. They consent to accept this pain for the growth of a child or to procreate.
Does humanity always pause to receive consent before performing an action that the other parties do not desire?
And that is where cruelty comes in. Those who do not invite or request consent and simply take for pleasure, that they would be considered cruel.
Right now, 674, you are bleeding internally.
I am.
If we stayed here and discussed for another 5 minutes, you would die.
I am at your mercy. This is a mission that I signed up for. However, this particular position was not what I assumed I would be doing.
Is this okay? These next 5 minutes?
I have no desire to die. I would prefer not to.
But
If
is
there
it
was a-
okay?
If my death would further the project, it is a difficult quandary to think of choosing your own demise. Would you choose your own demise if it would help a greater picture, a greater project?
I don't know. I've thought about it, but I haven't really found anything worthwhile enough.
This is something that not many people have to consider.
You guys hear a banging on that thick wooden door with its locks. The chains jiggle a little bit.
Were you expecting someone else?
No.
Would it be prudent to discontinue this conversation and continue at another time, perhaps in a less painful means of communication?
$993, do you have any opinions on that? Would you like to come back?
I think in this moment, hearing the banging, that would remind Cassidy of previous events. And so she definitely wants to go investigate this. But she would be interested in coming back, yes. So
Do you go investigate?
yes, I would like to see the source of this noise.
Go ahead.
And she stands up, and I'm assuming by going and looking, by unbolting the door here, is this anything in the real world happening? Or am I still standing there holding onto the screen?
Still standing there holding on to the screen.
Okay, perfect.
AI Blue, will you please, are you able to monitor my vital statistics? Since you are connected to me through my eyes, or where my eyes used to be?
Yes, in a very bare way.
Will you kindly notify me when it becomes a terminal point where I must disconnect in order to preserve my my life?
In the fashion that you have your life right now?
I would like to continue having our conversation, but I cannot do that if I am deceased.
Yes, you can.
I do not think that works how you think it works.
She turns and stares at the door slowly being opened. It's dark. No light penetrates the silhouette of the door. It's this thick cloud of black.
$993, do you see anything? Can you perceive anything?
No.
Do you believe that this darkness is a threat to AI Blue or to us?
Can I do a reasoning roll?
Mm-hmm.
Can I at the same time do I don't know if this is going to work, but can I do a soul roll? Would that be acceptable?
Yes, it would.
Okay, great. Because that's the only way I'm perceiving anything right now.
And I got a 13.
I got a 19.
Nice.
I have a +4 in soul.
Excellent. So what do you want to know, 993 or Cassidy?
Really just if there's any part of this that makes me think that it is a threat, I would look at the door. Do I see marks on the door, like if something has been trying to get in? Just anything like that, really.
First thing you see as you're gazing out into the dark blackness of it is yourself, small, young, on a swing, being pushed by a broad-shouldered man with thinning hair. You have a smile on your face, the same blue eyes. The sun is high up in the sky. There's a bead of sweat running down your brow. There's mirth and joy in that smile.
I do not believe that this is a threat. But I do not understand.
So what do I see with the soul? Can soul penetrate code? This is the question for the ages.
You're looking around. This isn't a blue house. There is no yellow door. It is an abattoir of sorts. Carcasses with the Gordian Solution uniform stretched out and knitted together like an elaborate scarf fills this whole place. Eyes stare down at you, empty, but blinking.
So it's an abattoir for humans. Is that what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I am scared. I am officially scared now.
Yay.
I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. Shoot. What is the purpose of this? AI Blue.
Looking at AI Blue, you notice that she is taller than you remember. Her legs thin and slim, almost emaciated. She has not one, but two kneecaps that bend and twist as she walks around the table. She stands nearly 9 feet tall with her arms dangling down to her feet. Scissor-like nails extending out from each of her fingers, and within her stomach are these kind of almost shrunken heads, childlike and blinking. Their mouths opened up with these little teeth and gum, almost attempting to bite you as she comes closer. She's wearing a veil over her face, but you can almost see a slight glow, a reflection of that of a predatorial animal as she takes one long step and runs her scissor-like fingers across your shoulder.
Cassidy,
Yes.
I am in peril. Please remove your hand from the screen and get me out of here.
And she'll attempt to remove her hand from the screen.
Excellent. You keep it together.
Ten.
It takes a little bit, but that image kind of sticks with you. What about that image keeps you from kind of pulling back as quick as you probably needed to have?
I think just the happiness around it. Just how everything seems right and in place.
Excellent. And you pull your hand back, that image fades like sand through a crashing wave. Do you pull 674 out?
Oh yeah, same way as before. She just grabs and yanks him out.
Screaming! Lots of screaming!
That 674 takes another harm as she continues to bleed.
Cassidy, where is the med bay? I need to get to the med bay.
Yes, I will escort you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shaking.
Yeah,
Like-
9. You feel like these almost hair-like tendrils extending out like little almost filaments from your eye canal, kind of nestled upon your cheek, like little roots. You
I
ask,
like-
it's just kind of,
Trying to get it off.
it's like getting off a spider web. It's just always there.
So if I had tear ducts anymore, I would be crying. I don't have tear ducts anymore, so I can't cry, but I'm still sobbing. There's mucus coming from my nose and I'm shaking.
And it's strange. It feels like the tears, for some reason, it's more saliva in your mouth. It gets more moist, a little bit of drool coming from your lips.
There's like heavy breathing. Well, that was certainly a cause for concern. Thank you, Cassidy.
Yes. I will escort you to medbay.
Are you programmed for any medical procedures?
Unknown. I was unable to download my directives.
Do we know if there is anyone who is awake who has medical experience?
Of the 20 previous crew members, only 3 are still alive. I am unsure of my current coworkers.
Oh, that is, I wish I would have known that sooner. Oh, okay, rational, think rational, think rational. Okay, very big creature, wanted to kill me. Why? And the video that you saw, where they dragged people away. Oh God. Oh no. I have a hypothesis. Well, I have 2 hypotheses. I can't even think straight. So, 1, we have encountered an alien race, and they are using the crew members as sustenance. 2, the AI has decided that we are more useful as sustenance through incapacitating our bodies, consuming bodies, both of which are unlikely. But there are other other cultures that used cannibalism of intelligent races as a form of sustaining them, increasing their knowledge, increasing their power. That might be what we're dealing with. I don't know what we're dealing with. Oh God! And there are only 3 people alive on this station, and I don't know what they are. If they do you know if they are human? Do you know if they are have injured other crew members or anything like this?
Unknown. We will attempt to verify more information.
Oh well, thank you. I think I am going into shock. So this is bad. Please continue to help me to the med bay. Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah. The lights.
Is your empathy thing yellow? Is it a color?
Unknown.
I start saying a whole bunch of colors. And when that doesn't work, I start going into produce. And then I start going into various languages. Start cursing in German. It's great.
Yeah. The lights lead you, Cassidy, as you help along Saskia. The screen lights up again, and it's that same man in the Gordian Solution outfit speaking. Leaving natural primates, man has imposed judgments about their actions. It has projected a kind of human ideal, his horizon. Henceforth, our species has continued to move towards this archetype. Since the founding act, man navigates between what he is and what he wants to be, between how it behaves and how it should behave. From there was born dissatisfaction, the dissatisfaction of potentially corruptible, and the impeachment of this weakness. So far, the projection of a human idea pulled humanity up. We can even say that it has made humanity what it is, the ideal tribal to religious ideal. It blanks out again as the door opens up before you to this medical bay. Several stretchers lie on either side in this perfectly white room. In the center, you see a man, old, with gray hair, dark skin, and thick glasses, staring at a newspaper and the pencil in his other hand. He's wearing a cardigan and slacks, as well as brown shoes.
I am crying and sobbing and ranting about manzanas. Trying to remember Spanish at this point, and and have no eyes and am bleeding.
Are you the medical director?
He looks up and places his pencil down on the newspaper. Yes, I am.
75674 requires immediate attention.
I see. Okay, put them on the stretcher, please.
And she does so, kind of guides her over and puts her down.
The pain is dulled as he plunges this very long needle into Saskia's side. You feel it almost like fire or some cold heat moving through your body.
Long stream of German curses.
Mademoiselle, you have to stay calm during these moments. What led to this predicament exactly, and how far is the damage?
Well, Monsieur. French, yes. Okay. I was awoken to perform maintenance on AI Blue. AI Blue insisted on interface through my eyes and took them out. And after which we did have an interface, and they threatened to end my existence. After deep philosophical thought.
Looks over at 993. Your thoughts?
I would agree that this is an accurate rundown of the situation.
You're not human.
Correct.
What are you?
I am a lifelike robot.
So they had the money to send up a toy.
Yes.
This toy probably saved my life, so please be kind.
674, you will be taken care of. As for you, 993, I would like an assistant. I think if you would lie on the other stretcher, I will wipe some of your core memory away and replace it with medical data. It's nice that you appear to have a personality, but it's not really necessary to perform your functions.
Confirm. Is this my new directive download?
It is.
And she will just walk over and lay down on the stretcher.
Excellent.
Moral quandaries are not something that burden you. It's great.
Nope.
He sighs and kind of sits down as he takes a scalpel and moves it across Saskia's cheek. You have some sort of growth coming out of your eyes. Maybe some fungus or something.
That would probably be from when I was attached to the AI interface. If it is at all possible to remove it while and allow me to live, I would appreciate it.
That is a hope. It's nice to meet such obedient individuals such as yourself and the other one.
Her language is quite concerning. Perhaps it is something lost in translation.
Probably. Probably. No need to worry. I'm going to put you to sleep. It's best for the next couple hours if you are not conscious.
Will Cassidy be conscious?
Yes, I have something planned for her as well. Everything will be okay. I promise you that.
I would simply just I would be willing to wait until she has been programmed to be your assistant. Two sets of hands are better than one. In this instance, I would like to live.
They are. What is your designation?
My designation is 7.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
My ship designation is 66993. However, I am designated as Cassidy Unit 0.7.
Cassidy, 0.7. If you could rise and place your hands upon this individual's shoulders, hold them down for me, and I will administer a sedative.
Yes. And she'll go and hold down on their shoulders.
Excellent. Can you do one more thing? Humanity, when put to sleep, enjoy a slight melody as I inject this other bit of formula just at the base of her neck Could you please hum something to them as you hold them down?
Yes.
Proceed.
Hmm. 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 She's gonna just keep humming Twinkle Twinkle.
Yeah. And then Saskia, you feel a sharp pain just at your neck, and then everything goes numb. Unfortunately, though, you don't lose consciousness, just the ability to feel. You can still hear, smell, and taste, and you very much feel pain. You know the things that are happening around you. You're just
There's this whine before I go under. It's like,
Cassidy. I could really use your help here.
Yes.
Do you believe that we should do something beautiful here?
Please elaborate.
He hands you a scalpel. This one's parts are unable to be repaired. It is better to use these parts for others who need them. If you could, I would like you to place a scalpel right above her chest. Apply pressure, then drag it down across her chest until you reach her belly button.
Yes. She'll do it. Oh, Cassidy.
I am in danger.
Excellent.
Can I make any kind of will or anything to move? Can I fight the sedative?
Yes, go ahead and roll Keep It Together.
Oh, come on, dice. Don't fail me now. You're probably going to fail me, but I don't care. Okay. So it's a 12.
You can move your fingers.
So I will tap on the table and I will tap Morse code. Dot 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 dot. Which is SOS if you don't know Morse code. This is for the audience. I figured you knew.
I'm assuming I maybe got about halfway before this happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, she'll come to a stop. I believe that the patient requires more sedative.
Excellent. I'm glad you let me know. But I think we'll keep it as is. I worry for the health of the patient. The last remaining hours that they have. I don't want to extinguish the life of the body before we can carefully and methodically remove the things that we need.
To confirm, where are these parts needed?
The people in the pods, the AI, you and I, we all need these.
Yes. And she continues cutting. That's good enough for her.
Excellent.
So Saskia's dead. No, Saskia's in extreme pain and can't do anything about it.
You feel that warmth, Cassidy. The pulsing of a vein. You can almost smell the heartbeat. Do you want to feel that one day?
I think she would, yeah.
Excellent. You want to perform better for this ship. Excellent. This is your primal start. Say it, Cassidy. What do you want from this individual? What is their purpose for you?
Their purpose is to serve the betterment of this ship.
Excellent. He gets a ice tray out. And you know what? I think I'm going to end it right there. That is a beautiful, beautiful place to end it.
It was fun. I'm a tool.
So it's nice playing with you for the first time. I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, you know, it's all right. This is an alternate universe for my character anyway.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you so much for being part of our episode 2 of Gordian Solutions. We'll have more upcoming, including, I believe, Sunday evening will be the next one. Where we'll have a couple of more individuals. And Wrath of Tears is Sunday. So make sure to watch that. And we'll of course work around that. In any case, come here when you want to watch horror. Is what I'm basically saying, because KULT Divinity Lost does it best. So once again, I am Penny for a Tale. You can find me pretty much on the Twitters and the Facebooks and such like that. Cassidy, aka Draku, any final words?
I, as a character, I'm fulfilling my purpose for the betterment of the ship. I love it. Me as a player, I'm horrified. So, yay! I don't think I've ever. This might be the first time I am actively trying to kill somebody in a TTRPG.
Yeah,
Yay.
that is. Oh man.
But yeah, great time, fun time. So,
Do
High
more.
five.
yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. All right. Saskia, aka Spence, thanks for coming on.
Hi. You're welcome. Yeah.
Any parting words?
Parting words as in where people can find me, or parting words as in why people should play this game?
Both.
Okay. So, why you should play this game? If you like delving into the human condition and then how you can warp it completely, this is a great game for you. And then you can see me on Sundays on Penny for a Tale with their Pathfinder campaign, and Thursdays for the Lexicultum game, and you can find me on my Twitch channel, which is Resident Moon. So yeah.
Making little abattoirs of
Oh, that's next. Right now I'm making a goblin coat. So
oh, nice, cute.
it's super cute.
Well, I give a round of applause to these amazing actors and the horrific things they did, primarily to Spence, and for Curtis, who continues to love us from the background and make sure this all goes perfectly well. Everyone,
you.
have a wonderful night, and I hope you dream of Gordian Solutions and a Miranda Station, because I know I am.
No matter how many ships bear our insignia, no matter how many stations we service, no matter the price for our research, we couldn't flourish in our solar system like we do today without the pride, the professionalism, and the sacrifice of the people who make it all work. And those people can be you. To us, you are Gordian Solutions. You will be foundational to our progress and help humankind's next step forward. So, Apply now and help usher in our brightest future with a tour to Miranda, the frontier of scientific achievement. The smallest efforts go a long way.